And you will say, balance. Dra tänka koncentration, gör man ju. Humanior explanation, international referee, category number 1. Tatjana Mendik from the IPF technical committee, hand over the red side and the red band.
Of 205 kilos.
19 years old. It looks like he's been competing, according to his profile, which aren't always the most up to date, just 1 year. So he very quickly got to the IPF Worlds. That's where you're going to gain your experience. Kind of a trial by fire, though.
Yeah, he's clearly demonstrated some natural talent, and yeah, he's just demonstrated that right in front of us.
And you like to see, if a lifter may not have all the experience in the world, set him off with an opener. He's going to crush it and increase his confidence. He feels like he belongs. Don't make him sticker picture.
Absolutely.
And you got to try to negotiate, meet in the middle.
Yim Surthy now, Furipat Yim Surthy of Thailand, 220 for a second attempt.
And that's that's the smallest of increments away from the round 500. Shows a lot of maturity.
Yeah.
To just not get greedy. I like it.
I don't know if they do pounds in Thailand, but...
yeah, and I don't think they do a lot of pounds in Ireland, but any kind of milestones you can hit. Now, what do you think about the depth?
Well...
15 kilo jump.
Looked okay. Yeah, the referees agree. I haven't seen the issues here that we had in the last session.
Yeah. Looks good. Everybody's on the board, and the weights are actually moving. No one's
227.5 for the Thai lifter, Yim Surthy. As you say, he's reasonably new to this sport. He's been competing for a year. He's only 19 years old.
So I just double checked. Yeah, that is John Hack's 298 squat junior world record.
Yeah. I mean, there are some records that have stood for a long, long time. I think, am I right? No, I think that's in the 93s. Tom Martin still holds the junior deadlift record.
Well, let's take a little look.
Which, and that is a good lift for the Thai lifter.
Oh, or this would be equipped, of course. Right? Because where's Becky from Poland?
So, yeah.
7-time world champion.
This was a good information.
Currently sitting top of the pile, but what, 2.5 kilos ahead?
It's very tight.
Anybody's game. So the first man on the platform is Furipat Yim Surthy of Thailand with 110 kilos for the bench press. On these brand new Eleiko equipment racks. Masterpieces of engineering. Yeah.
Nicely done. Yeah, looking at how the squats shake down. 285 for Belgrove. Absolutely insane squat. He's a teen, and looking at the ages of these, that they were all born, the years these gentlemen were born, he might be the only teenager in the field. And
coming out for a second attempt of 117.5 now. We're into the second round of the A flight.
Joe, you told me you're good with names, and I got to give you hats off. I would have backed away from that one.
I may be getting it wrong, but I'm,
you know what?
I'm giving it my best shot. I have on occasion, as speaker, gone into the back room and said, please tell me how to say your name.
So have I.
Nobody wants their name said wrong. But occasionally you get one that just challenges you too hard. But so far we're doing okay. Hopefully there aren't people in Thailand going, no, it's wrong. Look at that.
Yeah, that moved very well. 7.5 kilo jump from his opener, and it moved just as well as his opener.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I can't
It's also a personal best.
Yeah, so he's wondering where to go from there. On squats, to be honest. That, I mean, it was closer to moving, but does he really want to tire himself out that much?
And here's the thing, like when deadlifts come, he definitely wants to be a little more on point with attempt selection, because at this rate, he's draining a lot of energy.
Absolutely.
And deadlifts really tax your nervous system, so that's definitely one you don't want to play with. Easier to bounce back from a failed bench than a failed dead.
Now, he has 188.2.5 on the scoreboard, but whether that's the default attempt he's been given or whether he's actually put that in.
I think he let the clock wind down last time. I can't remember.
Oh, nothing for Yim Sethi at 125 on his third attempt.
It was a 7.5 kilo jump. That's a pretty big jump. Relatively speaking, also to the weight. If he's more on the top end of the weight, sure.
Good lift. Evan, back row, or straight leg. You must have good lift for lift and good lift. And then the next lift, but also good lift.
12.5 kilos gone on the bar from his previous attempt.
Yeah, and it's a pretty big turnaround, or pretty quick turnaround, I should say. 7 lifters moving at a pretty good pace because our spotting and loading crew, these fellas are so quick moving that bar around and loading it up, cleaning it off. Not a big turnaround, so you also have to adjust with that.
If you've watched any international powerlifting recently, you'll have seen the Czech spotting and loading team, and that is who these guys are.
So do they just go to the Europeans, the Worlds, when it's in Europe? And they're the guys that people lean on for the
I've
job?
seen them here, there and everywhere. So I think it's only in the last couple of years they've done that. That's a good lift for Yim Sethi.
I'd like to say, like, I like the consistency because they catch so quickly. And who knows if he's only walking away with openers consistently. We don't know what the background in terms of making weight. He hit that 83 kilo rate on the money, so maybe it's a hell of a cut for him.
Absolutely.
But if that's the case, you got to adjust your attempts.
Sure. Well, he's a young man.
Yeah.
So we're into third round. This is Yim Sethi of Thailand. He is at 222.5 for his third attempt. He's looked solid so far. Not hitting the numbers that some of the other guys are doing, but
he's going to finish with the personal best. There we go. It looks like he did.
Yeah, he was looking a little shaky, but he nailed that.